I gotta tell you, I walked into the workroom this morning and it was packed with agents and my heart it was wonderful. And what did I hear from them? You know, it's really nice to be in the office. We're learning things from each other. We're annoying this guy over here. We kept talking and he was trying to get like a serious look on his face, you know, we're just like, but you learn things when you are in the office. You learn things, you learn from other people. So we love to have you here. If you are not digging the workroom and you want your private space, let me know. We can talk about that as well. But the main thing is that you guys are coming in. We are loving it. I hope you are enjoying it as well. We are here to help you. So if you have a problem, just jump out the hall, scream. And a million people are gonna come running, so. All right, ready. Oh, you're doing it for me. I'm so bad. She's doing it for me. Okay. Grateful. I am incredibly grateful for this past week. I could not ask for a warmer reception or just a more amazing group of people. What are y'all laughing?
We're laughing at how short
Dangling my
Alicia is.
feet. Alicia, I wanna get a touch of it here for a second. So Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, it's all I'm gonna say. We were standing somewhere the other day and I saw our reflection and I looked and I was like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So, I guess I got the better end of that deal if I get to be Arnold, but I'm not really sure. So, what I want to do is I want to go around the room. What are you guys grateful for? Has anybody had something spectacular happen this week? Or just something in their personal life that they're grateful for? Anybody at all?
My dad's coming this week, so the whole family will be in Atlanta.
Okay, that is beyond. Is he gonna come in too?
Yeah.
Because we met your mom.
More English, so you can actually talk to him.
Well, that is why you mean your mother didn't understand anything I said during that 20-minute period? That's great. Anybody else grateful? Yes, ma'am.
My niece and her husband and my little great nephew are in town. She texted me last night. I'm gonna get to see him Friday.
Oh, what fun. I love that. Y'all, family is everything. Miss Mel.
I am grateful that my MCA, Erin Putnam, and her husband had their little baby boy on yesterday. My MCA, he was 8 pounds.
Wow.
She was nothing else but it.
And he is perfection.
His name is Zion Christopher Putnam.
And like I said, we may or may not have a slide to share with you.
Additions with them.
So, love it, love it, love it. And I would like again to say that I am grateful for every single one of you. Thank you for lunch. Ensign Building Solution, James and Ryan are here and they're going to come up and tell you a little bit about what they can do to help you as agents. And the lunch was fantastic, by the way. Is everybody enjoying the lunch? Yes. We love a good lunch. For good lunch. Go ahead, guys, take it away.
Good morning, everybody. Glad to be here. My name is James. This is Ryan. And we are Ensign Building Solutions. A little bit about us. We're a building science company where we basically do all things mold, water, fire restoration, indoor air quality, dealing with radon specifically. I want to talk a little bit today about what kind of makes our company a little bit different and why you would want to choose a company like us for all things mold, water, fire restoration. It's very common in our industry. It's not uncommon for companies like ours where you're dealing with different types of trades, whether it be roofing companies, whether it be general contractors or restoration companies. It's very common where the company has a system or a structure, I would say, where there's the owner who has all the certifications and everybody who gets hired under the company to work in that company works under the certification of the owner, right? If I can give an analogy, it'd be kind of like somebody working under you, but doing real estate with your license.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was waiting for. That's what I was waiting for. All right, yeah, so you kind of get it there. And it's like I said, it's very common. There are many certain things or jobs that can be done where people don't necessarily have to have a license or a certification. But a little thing that makes us different is that we have various people in our company that are certified for things like mold and radon. So when we send somebody out to a home that is, whether it be your home or your client's home, we send a guy like this, Ryan, who is certified, certified inspector in mold and radon. So he knows exactly what to look for. He knows exactly the type of treatment that needs to take place, whether we're dealing with a remediation job, so that he can better educate our crews in terms of what work needs to be done. When we also do a radon job and we're installing a mitigation system, we are actually sending a certified radon mitigation installer to the home that has been certified in radon. They're not just somebody who's gonna come and put things up and get on a ladder, but they've gone through the certification process. So just a little value add for you guys, just to let you know that when you refer your clients to us, we are pretty much gonna give you the highest possible quality work because of the fact that we keep our people in a high level of accountability. And you wanna have it?
Yeah, no, he hit on it all. When I go out, I take a bunch of photos and measurements, moisture readings, notes on everything to come up with the best scope of work, that is gonna be in line with what's needed. Same thing with the radon, system. I was actually speaking with someone yesterday and they're like, well, I know a guy that said that they could do it for this. And, it was very, very cheap. And I was like, okay, well, what do you know about them? Are they certified? Do they have any of these things? Do they do post mitigation testing or anything like that? They're like, oh, well, no, they just said that they could install the pipe. Well,
And it's really good for you guys to ask those questions. And we always recommend that. A lot of times there are people that are giving competing quotes. And sometimes you're gonna find something that is cheaper, but cheaper may not always be better. It's good to ask those questions. What, is your company certified? What are your certifications? Ask those questions to know who you're dealing with, if you're not dealing with us. But obviously, we want you to deal with us. So just a little education piece for you
I
there.
think
But-
I've got a question.
Thank you. So comparing apples to apples, where are you guys in the echelon? Are you Skechers? Are you New Balance? Are you Nike?
Wow, good question. Great question. Great question. Great question.
As far as pricing.
Yes.
As far as pricing goes.
Yes.
What are you
So-
talking about? My Skechers are pricey.
they are now.
Now this new.
But when I go New Balance, I'm still getting a good product,
Yeah,
but I'm not paying as much as Nike just to be paid for it.
right. So we're not gonna be Nike pricing.
Okay.
We're gonna put ourselves kind of in the middle, the middle ground. We want to be probably in the middle ground, but we're always gonna have the quality of work be at Nike level.
Got
That's
it.
the way we look at
That's
it.
what I wanted to hear.
All right?
And I want to say something real quick that I'm sure you guys are aware of, but when you guys get your amendment for repairs and all the other things, a lot of times they will ask for a certified person to do the work. There it is. And sometimes it's hard to find a certified person to do the work. But I'm assuming there are guarantees that come with your work as well, that you can pass on to, the next person that's buying the house. So everything that they're saying is of the utmost importance, and it's gonna save you a lot of time during the contract process. So, thank you, guys. We
You're welcome.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
And James and Ryan, I appreciate your philism there. What do you know about the actual process? So kudos to you there using a philism.
That's Crystal. Crystal, what did you say?
I was saying I appreciated hearing the comment from our speakers. They use the philism. He said he asked the client, "What do you know about the process?"
You sounded like a commercial.
Woo! I do have a great voice, don't
Y'all, Crystal is perfect.
Voiceover, baby.
She has perfect elocution, okay, like it's perfect elocution. So when she started talking, I was like, oh, look, there's a disembodied voice. I always forget we have Zoom, so sorry, guys. Sorry, Crystal, we love you. All right, we're gonna talk about Onward Mortgage. So if you wanna come on up, and I want you guys, and I know we always go through our vendors and we do, but listen to what they are saying. These things are so important. We have certified people who can help us with our repairs. This is going to be exceptionally important for something that we are going to talk about a little bit later in the sales meeting. So
Yeah.
take it away.
I'm looking around the room, for most of the part, we have you guys set up on list reports, but I know for a fact some aren't really engaging in the particular platform. So we thought we would just take a second to kind of go through it. We want to make sure you understand what's available within the platform because it's just going to make everything in your life just so much easier. But if you're signed up with Kathy or I, then you guys are already getting the daily email that gives you your shareable that you can share to social media. It's also going to give you the ability to kind of jump into the platform fairly easy, because once you sign up, you get the link, you guys are automatically going to go into it. But let's go into marketing tips. So let's say you've got a brand new listing that's at the market and you guys want to go ahead and prepare a marketing kit. Let's go ahead and, let's go into, let's go into a new marketing kit, or come down actually. Sorry. When I'm operating it, it's a, let's look on here right here. Let's go into that one. So let's go ahead and hit view for me there. So he just prepared this on the 17th.
Oh, look at Devon.
He's got a marketing kit ready to go. If you kind of scroll down, you guys are going to see everything that's going to be available for this particular listing. You already got your property website set up. Let's click in there, hit view. You guys are going to see everything that's available. You could tag this directly to your social media. So it's going to download all of the photos, all of the property details. So if you hit here about the home, and this is what your clients are seeing, okay? So they got the view of the home. You go to view photo gallery. Now you're going to have all of your photos in there. Yep, right there. And it's going to have all the photos that are professionally have already been taken. They just automatically upload to the platform. Yep. And then if you come out of there, it's also going to give you explore the area. So people are interested in the schools. They want to know what's convenient to them. They want to know anything about if they're outdoors people. All of the stuff is already in there and it's on the worksheet for them. And then if you close out of there. Yeah, thank you guys so much. You have your financing info. Meet your agent. They can play with the rates. It's a calculator in here. So that, it's gonna pretty much prompt in what the average rate is going for right now. Usually that's about a 1 discount point fee involved, but they're gonna be able to kind of see what that already looks like. And then if you close out of there, it's gonna have your contact information, meet your agent, and then also meet your loan officer. So all this is already in here for you. You all don't even have to think about it. It's ready to go. Now, if you come out of this, and let's say you can come out of there too, these are all of the things that are available to you. So if we come down, if you guys want to print an open house flyer, it's all ready to go. You can view it first, want to make any changes, great. Otherwise, you can download it and it's ready to go as well. You get your own QR code as well. You get infographics. If you want an open house sign-in sheet, if you want to make sure you touch everybody that comes through that house and you get connected with them. And it gives you the basic information, obviously the name, email, phone number, but then it says, hey, do you have a realtor? That's a key point, right? We want to make sure that you guys are tapping into that. But see, all of that is already in there. You can print postcards. I mean, there's
Did y'all know about
a
this?
slew of stuff. in
Yes,
there.
is everybody utilizing it?
Not to the fullest.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Did you hear, so Alicia's question was that in this system, she is attached to another loan officer and she wants to switch her loan officer over to Tammy. Can you do that? Yes,
Yeah, you can.
absolutely. And I liked what, or whoever, somebody over here said, they're using it, but they're not using it to its fullest. Get in there and play with it, y'all. You don't have to use the whole thing. There might be bits and pieces when you're in a hurry. This stuff is pre-done. It is ready to go. It is co-branded. What is their cost
Yeah.
on these things?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Let's report
No.
this free. We got you. Come out
No.
of here and I want you to get one more thing and then I'll.
No, you're fine. No, this is
Okay.
important stuff because I get calls all the time. How do I promote this? What do I do to, what can I do? I don't have a lot of money to get started.
The shareables is for everybody, even if you don't have a listing, correct?
Yes.
Correct. So this is daily. It's gonna
Social
populate.
media, everybody.
And it's gonna be what everyone's chatting about, it's gonna be the 3, 2, 1 buy down. It's gonna be why buy now versus wait. Like it's gonna have all the information for you guys ready to go. And like I said, you populate it and open it up. Like you can bring up this one right here. Let's just take a quick look at view. And it said, what would you like to share? And once you select everything that you want, at the very end, it's gonna tell you where do you want to share it. Facebook,
You can download it, share it anywhere.
you can share it anywhere. And there's also little tidbits, like little, you don't have to do a whole thing. but you
Publish
just
it
grab
via text too?
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
yeah.
Y'all, this is, go ahead, Robin.
One of the great things about this too, for some of the newer agents, you don't have listings or whatever, but you're doing open houses. When you do an open house for someone else, you can go in here. It doesn't have to be your listing. It'll ask you if you have permission. And you just say yes, because you're doing an open house for someone and you get all that information with your branding on it.
It's like,
Not the listing agent.
it's
Yeah.
open house in a box.
Yeah.
And it's, and we are like later in today's episode, we're gonna talk more about open houses, and how to maximize your open houses. And I know some of us have been doing this for 30 years. I learned things. when I was reviewing. One of the things I learned is to utilize your resources that don't cost anything to use.
Yeah.
This co-branding, y'all. It's
And that's really
It's good.
It's all.
It's like
Go to market.
It is. It's like Taco Tuesday. It's good. Yeah.
On here. Okay, it's not on here, I'm sorry. There's one more thing I want to share with you guys. It might be under,
Or Georgia, I should say.
I was playing with it earlier. Try shareable one more time. Then stay on that screen for me. Oh, shit, I can't find it. Okay, there's one thing in here, you guys, I was just looking at it earlier. You can put in a zip code. So let's say you want to target properties that have been on the market more than 30 days and they're not moving. Then you can plug in a zip code in there and it'll bring up all the properties in that area that your buyer's looking for. And it clearly states, hey, we might have some negotiation power here because these properties aren't moving. There's, you want to look at them, you want to see them, and it'll bring up all the properties in that zip code.
In your daily email you get from them, down towards the bottom, it talks about the lower priced homes.
There it is.
There's a place.
Yeah, I was in there earlier and I was like trying to play
That
with
might be
it.
good for investors.
Exactly.
Those of us who are looking for investment properties.
The platform's great, you guys, and if you have any questions or if you want to repair, just let us know. We're here to help.
If this thing goes in, does it automatically go in? I got the email after I went to Georgia MLS. I didn't get the email when I was plugged into MLS.
No, I think it may have to be on the Georgia one, I believe. Yeah.
The
And
FMLS.
then all the information.
Yeah, then all of a
uploaded, all
sudden
your
I got your
photos.
email after Georgia MLS was put in.
Correct, and it tell you, hey, your marketing
They can
is
usually
ready.
only take an IDFC from one, so it's probably Georgia, it's probably FMLS. On
Right.
that one. Did I see a question back there? Yes, sir.
How do I sign up for this?
You just send me a quick email and I got you.
And how do they do that, Tammy?
I'm at tammy.mills@onwardhomemortgage.com.
Everybody got that? And her office she has an
I'm right
office
in the-
up front and then she has an office right over here. So it's just easier for you to stop by on your walkabout, stop by and get
Yeah.
registered.
Or if you guys-
Or you can do what Tom just did. Business card, y'all. Give her a business card. I love it. Leave it up to you. Leave it up to you. All
You have
right.
her contact on the screen real quick
Yep,
too.
there it
Yeah,
is.
there it is, you guys, reach out to me.
Thank you, thank you.
Be in your email slide there.
Tammy right here. All right.
All right, thanks, guys.
Let's see here. Do we have anything from O'Kelly and Sarhan today? Oh, look, not only do we have some, but we have. Oh, what? We have everybody in here today, so. I got it. Okay, there we go.
I'm Karen Schwartz, with O'Kelly and Sorahan, and I brought with me today Renee, who's, runs our office, perimeter office. That's right inside 285 in Ashford Dunwoody. Renee and I go way back. We went to law school together. We worked together years ago. Then she came over here and joined us. So I'm really thrilled. She's really great.
Hi, everyone. So I have our perimeter office. I've been working in the perimeter area for probably a little over 20 years now. Have worked with KW offices for that amount of time too. Worked with a lot of the Rawls Group offices, the perimeter, and First Atlanta office. So I know a bunch of your wonderful agents that are here, including Donna. Love O'Kelly. I'm so happy to be here. It's such a great firm, great support system everywhere, and so happy to offer all of our clients the perimeter location. So if you're down in our neck of the woods, please come visit us. Thank you.
Yes, and we encourage y'all to use all of our offices. All of the contact information is on our website for each location. However, if you've not closed at perimeter or, you know, you're going to one of our, and you want to send it to us to forward to them, we will do that. Lauren will take care of that. Or you can send it to me. I always like to send the attorney a note if you've not closed in that location. So they'll definitely know who you are when they see who you're with. But you know, we are, a family. So please use all of our offices. A couple of things, Lauren Yawn, who's, pre-closing for us now. So y'all know she was working out of our Duluth office. She is not anymore. She's physically in the office, with us. So I'm gonna bring her in a couple of weeks to team meetings so you can put a face, to a name. I will be out of the office for the remainder of the week, Wednesday morning. I'll be gone, and I will not have, very much access to my email. So if you need something while I'm gone, please email my office, call my office. If it's an attorney question and they, need to get an attorney info, they'll call one of our other attorneys and get an answer for you. I am not going to family reunion this year. I'm going to miss it. Renee will be there.
I'll be
so
there.
They're going. So that's for the,
Yeah, Sunday night at House of Blues, 5 to 7 is our
Open
first
bar, not, I mean, you know, not that that's an attraction. Or is there an open bar? Or did I just make that up?
No, there is definitely an.
So I will be here, you know, while everybody's gone too. If y'all need, you know, y'all need help, I will be here next week. Fulton County, who knows what's going on with Fulton County?
Oh my God, it is.
So I want to mention that because that's really starting to hit your closings. So they had a ransomware attack, right? So their tax websites are down. So what that means is we cannot pull tax information. It's just starting to hit our files because it's been going on for like 3 weeks.
They called me
And it's
yesterday.
the first thing that we
They did.
pull when y'all send us a contract.
Right.
So on most of the ones we've closed, we already had the taxes. For those that we are not able to get the taxes, we're reaching out to your sellers. So this is a good touch for those that have them in the pipeline. I mean, hopefully it will be back up shortly, but I haven't heard any news estimate on when that will be. So we're reaching out to the sellers to get proof that their taxes were paid in the amount. I can pull the assessor's information, but that's not the actual bill, and it doesn't say that there was a payment. So if they have a loan, they can get their statement showing that it was paid. I've used their bank records if they didn't have an escrow and just paid it there. If we can't get that, we're able still to close, but with an exception to the owner's policy.
So this is great information when y'all are going on your listing appointments. Not everybody knows about this, okay? This is something wonderful. If you're going on a listing appointment in Fulton County, share this information.
Yes, and
It's gonna make you look like, you know, you guys.
yes, I have gotten calls, I've gotten calls from agents that have closings in other firms that, you know, are saying that they have to push their closing. Now, the title, that can change. The title companies are constantly changing. But most of ours are allowing us to go forward. If we can get some proof that it's
I
paid.
have a question, because we closed and we had an exception on our title, but we were able to get approved and have it removed. If we can't do that and we have to close with an exception on the title, can we come back later and have that removed, or what is that process?
I think you could. I think you could have it removed once we can, you know, we check it and make sure that nothing else is due on it.
I would,
for
I
sure.
think we definitely need to look into that because that is something that could affect.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, like,
Moving forward.
I just closed on something I'm flipping last Monday, but they had pulled the taxes already, so thank goodness. But if I have a closing next week, you're doing it. And if we don't, then when I go to sell it in another 8 weeks, so somehow I've got to get that. And I would think people buying homes.
Absolutely, I don't wanna, I'm sorry, I don't wanna
Exceptions.
buy a home with an exception on the title.
Well, that's our whole,
And so how do we do that?
Right, well, and typically your buyer would, so, let's say it's back up, right, for the next buyer, it would be, it doesn't matter what your exceptions are and all that. It's for the new policy, but
then-
yes, that's why we went through that exercise so that we could
Right.
remove your, the exception to the.
So
the
long as it's
policy.
back up, we can have the exception removed when we go to sell.
So that also means for you too, if you're looking at tax records, right, I mean, you can't pull them up, they are not available.
Can't pay your water bill online either.
Yes, yeah, so, and I had somebody, an agent tell me that they went to the water department and they said they were taking them by fax. But I think it's a good idea to see that go down for new service, actually go down to the office, when they do their application for their.
They also said they don't charge late fees. 'Cause
They-
My wife's been calling like every day.
They said that, they said you can go on the phone and you can't get through on the phone, so I did the old fashioned, old
I
West
didn't know
Fargo.
Oh, wait, will y'all do something else fun for me today? So, Monica, my closer, who's been my closer for a very long time and who's the best closer, around. It is her birthday today. It's a big one that ends in an O. I'm not gonna tell you what it is because she'll kill me.
That ends-
But will y'all wish Monica a happy birthday? 1, 2, 3, go.
Happy birthday.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Well, that's good information to have. Wow, very good information to have. 210 warranty, Kelly Lukenda, I did not see her in the house today, but, y'all know her thing is when you get the 210 warranty, you get Kelly Lukenda right along with it. So if you have any problems, you have a direct contact, which is phenomenal. I did not see Tammy Dale in today, Georgia Natural Gas. Tons of rebates for you, rebates for your clients. So definitely check that out. Up Equity. He is here. I saw he's in the house. We've been working on some stuff, y'all, so.
So first of all, thank you guys for your business. We got a loan, or not a loan, a transaction closing this week through this office.
Awesome.
Yeah, we just we had a mutual client secure a contract over the weekend, closing next
Yay.
month. So
Yay for all the agents
see-
involved and for you.
yeah, we seem to be picking up a little bit of momentum that maybe we lost fourth quarter last year. Anyway, thank you. You guys should all have this flyer on your tables. You all have access to the partner portal. In which this template for this flyer is on that portal that you guys can create for yourself. Julie and I discussed this flyer specifically as being a great tool for you guys that you can use when you go in your listing, or to have for your listing presentation packet. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And I'll,
Go
excuse me
ahead.
for interrupting.
No.
Y'all know I love to interrupt. This is great because we're getting back into that really competitive market. I'm sure all of you know. And so we are talking about things like option money, y'all. I cannot stand option money, but it's back. Okay, option money is back. We're trying to make our offers look as fabulous as possible because we're going into multiple offer situations. A cash offer is always, it's a little exciting. It can kind of get you in there, and he is able to provide that for your clients when they're making an offer on another home.
Coupled with Onward,
Yes.
the cash offer, right? We're gonna remove the home sale contingency. Onward is gonna
There you
remove
go.
the other two. So you guys humor me for 2 minutes. Up here at the top is the website to the partner portal. It's also up there. I don't think you have to type the HTTPS, but take your phone or your laptop, type that in. And it's a one-time where you set up your credentials and you don't ever have to do it again. But once you're in the partner portal, not only do you have access to the marketing materials, but you also, that's where you can submit an application and receive an instant proposal through this portal. You don't have to wait. For those of you who've used this before, you submit an application, we get back to you in 24 hours. Now you guys have access to proposals instantly. Regarding this flyer, you do have to set up a Canva account. It's free and they don't spam you, or it's easy to unsubscribe. But if you guys do this during the meeting, I'm gonna wait after. So if anybody has any trouble getting their credentials signed up or getting on the partner portal, then I'll help you afterwards. But I don't want to sit here and take up everybody's time. So
Perfect. And he's also a phone call away, and if you guys have trouble, getting into the portal or doing what you need to do, just give him a phone call. And you're gonna get these slides after the meeting, like you always do. Most of these links, I think, or all of them are clickable links. Raven is so good at that.
click on it.
So there you go. We're trying to give you all the stuff, guys. We're trying to get you ready to get out there and get this business, so we can 4 more in 24. Diana Devers, she is here today. She's gonna come up and speak to us. Come on up. Introduce yourself, let them know she's new with Diana Devers.
Yes, so I joined the Diana Devers team a couple months ago, but they haven't sent me out this way to meet you guys yet, but I might have worked on some of your projects if you emailed them in. So hi, I'm Jordan. A big thing we have coming up, really nice for your 36 touch plan. Who all here has a 36 touch? Or doesn't come out? Okay, well, we know, the fun part of 36 touch is thinking of great ideas. The less fun part is doing all of the manual labor to send out your great ideas. So we are here to help you with that. In the month of March, we are doing lottery tickets. So you can send this out to your database, and the nice thing is all you have to do is just send us an email with your addresses, and we'll do all of the rest. So all of the hand sticking lottery tickets to cards, putting cards in envelopes, you don't have time for that. You're out there selling houses. So we'll take care of all of that. Another big thing, I'm not sure if we have a slide for it, but baseball season is rapidly approaching. Any Braves fans in the house?
Yes.
I better see a lot of hands for that. So we are also offering baseball schedules for you all to send out to your clients, and it's the full baseball schedule for the Braves, and it comes with a magnet on the back so that people can put you on the fridge. And last year when we did these, we had somebody come in and she said, guys, it was great. I went to a listing appointment and I saw my magnet up on the fridge. So I had a good feeling that I was gonna get this listing. So we'd love to do the same for you guys. Just, we're always an email or a text away.
Perfect. This is adorable. And you do all the work. I love it. Yeah, I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Jordan. We appreciate it. Y'all be aware what your A time and your B time is. If your best use of time is not sticking lottery tickets on the back of postcards, hire somebody to do it for you. So you can be out there selling property and making more money. So we can leverage.
And they'll mail it for you. They will actually
They do
deliver it
everything
for you.
They do everything. We go over this pretty much every week. Tools to run your business. I've been getting a lot of questions about Earnest. It is an app. Download it, and it will help you deal with your Earnest money. So.
And it's fabulous, guys.
It is, y'all.
And, I've never had one person complain about fee they charge because they didn't have to leave their home or their office to
It's
come
so
drop
easy.
off a check.
Or
It
find
is
a
awesome.
check.
It is just.
Or find a check.
unbelievably easy.
And people don't even have checks anymore. I mean, I just did, but so Earnest, like I said, we've been getting a lot of questions about it. If you haven't explored it, download the app, explore it, figure out how to use it, see if it's something that you can.
And they even have materials online that you can
They do.
send to your client who maybe has a question. Their customer service is great. Just shoot them an email and they're immediately like, what can I help you with?
And since they're a third-party app, if you ever do have a problem, which I haven't ever run into a problem, but if you do, you call their customer service department directly and they will fix whatever your problem is. They will talk to your client, they will do whatever they do. So.
It's also in command too, so it's connected to your actual.
I did not know that.
If you go through command, you don't have as much functionality as when you do it on your phone. Because I can copy everybody that needs a copy of Earnest money.
Right.
And everybody gets the receipt at the same time. I don't have to pass it around. You can't do that much through command.
Through command, I did not know that.
But it is there.
Okay.
You have to remember, that is an ACH wiring tool, so you still have to make sure you check your dates and everything. It's not gonna be like
automatic deposit.
And I'll tell you
right?
why that, I'll tell you why that is, as we all know with ACH, they're actually, even though it's like sent off, there's still like a couple of days time that it takes before these people get it and say, yes, we have it, it's in our account. And until those people say, yes, we have it, it's in our account, it can still be pulled back. So there are a couple of days in there for the earnest money.
The other thing is, guys, some of these attorneys that they're, if you do a contract and says the attorney has to hold the money, check with the attorney and see if they have an earnest account. Some of our attorneys do have earnest accounts.
Yeah.
I think McMichael and Gray has
Yeah.
one.
Absolutely.
Kern is in here, she can answer, but.
But remember, we do like to hold the earnest money if possible, So,
And
but yes, that is.
Robin
one-
did say that you put the email address of every party.
Yeah,
that goes
yep,
to.
it goes to everybody, which is great.
I wanna make sure you said that, yeah.
Yes, that is what I
All
said.
right, moving on, and actually, Miss Alaparty, if you could come up and tell us about, do we have a slide for her class? Oh, I didn't provide one. There it is. Okay, we'll have to go back.
There.
I messed up the
So
order.
Kern is not here, but I'm trying to do quarterly land masterminds. This is a big secret. And, people ask me because they do sell a lot of land, how do you do this? How do you do that? So quarterly, I try to put together a land mastermind class, and that happens to be next Tuesday after team meeting. So if you guys want to all stick around, it'll be fun. Kern is a fabulous teacher. She's going to teach us about surveys and utilities on your property and the right of ways and what needs to happen, what you need to do to find out about them. Currently Heather Hare has a property and she called and asked me some questions about it. She listed the property and then I had a client ask about it. Well, when I pulled up the pictures, there were 2 sets of power poles, one on each side of the property, which would have been okay. But if you don't know that there's a 75-foot setback from power poles, well, that means there's about this much in the front of the property, and hopefully there's enough to put a driveway because the back of the property does get larger. But there may not be enough room without encroaching on the easements to be able to get a driveway down to the buildable part of the lawn, the lot. So those are the things she's going to be talking about. She's going to talk about that one specifically. She's going to talk about surveys. She's going to talk about easements for water. When, the counties used to take care of all these easements on your lots. So like I bought a house. Between my house, there's a ditch that runs and water from the neighborhood runs through that ditch. Well, I didn't know I had an easement. I didn't ask about an easement. There's a 10-foot easement on my property that I didn't know about. So she's going to talk about all these things and how it pertains to you and your clients and how to best serve your clients. So hopefully you guys will be here and we're looking forward to it.
Thank you, Jan. It's gonna be a good class, and these are things that we need to know about because they pop up more than you think they would. Easements. Not my favorite thing, but I'm glad Jan's covering it.
Oh, I'm not covering it.
I'm glad Kurt is covering it and not Jan or myself. Okay.
The rest of you, I try to get an expert in who, like one of these times, we're gonna have somebody come in and talk about sewers and septic tanks and how that all pertains. So I try to get somebody different. Actually, Kern has done back to back. Last time she came in and she talked about land contracts and she's fabulous.
She is.
So we try to get an expert to come in and talk about it.
And you're in a group of real estate agents, and we all get excited about sewers and septic tanks. Y'all are sad.
I'm excited because I've had a bunch of new agents this week. I can't tell you how excited I am because I've had a bunch of new agents this week ask me about land deals and
I love
digging
that.
up for utilities and getting access to utilities on that land.
Well, there it is.
Yeah,
We
so
can send them
for
things.
those people who were asking, this is the class for you.
And I want to thank you for teaching that class.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We have a great week coming up. This afternoon, we have Mortgage 101 Must Know with Tammy Mills, which is fantastic. So if we have new agents, hey Sam, if we have new agents, everybody say hi to Sam. Hi. Oh, Sam told me a really cool thing. I can never remember Sam's title. Ever. I just know that he's that guy he was a team leader. He did all these phenomenal things. And I love Keller Williams. The acronyms are about to kill me, y'all. They really are. But Sam said, oh, there's an acronym for my title. And I was like, Sam, no, please, no. I don't. But his acronym is DO IT. Director of Innovation and Technology. Do it. Now, if all Keller Williams acronyms were that good, I would have no problems. Unfortunately, some of them.
It's in the title.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. This is Black History Month on, where's our date on? Here it is. Thursday, the 22nd. Friday, the 23rd.
So it's Friday.
What is it? What?
That's the
Where
night
would
you buy your ticket.
Saturday, Sunday,
Get your ticket
Sorry,
by Friday.
what would I do? We would all be there on the wrong day. So
So who wanna look?
Right, you.
So Marinelli and I, and also Mark, the whole DEI committee in conjunction with KW Roswell Rocks, we're doing Friday night to go to the movies at 4 o'clock. We have the theater to ourselves. We need you all to come. Tickets are only $10. After we leave that, we're gonna have conversations about what we saw. Origin is a phenomenal movie. They've been talking about it all over everywhere. It actually was not in the theaters, so we actually brought it so that you can see it and we can see it together. So the QR code is on the screen. It's only $10. You can bring anybody. It's not limited to just the office, because we want to be able to have this conversation and dialogue with everybody in our community. So it doesn't have to just be agents. So if you have children, relatives, clients, even if you want to bring them too, so that we can talk about the origin.
I love that. Thank you. We would love to have a great turnout for that event, and I appreciate all the work that has gone into getting this here for us to see.
We have needs in our office right now.
Oh.
This is a late
Oh, this is
addition, so,
Okay.
Candace, just recovered from surgery. Who of you in here know Candace? She's wonderful person, awesome, and the last thing she needs to worry about while she went through surgery is what to cut for her family. She does have a lot of allergies, high shellfish allergies, so we ask that you just do, a Uber Eats gift card or something like that. Jess Garris, who knows Jess from the Curtain team, right? Jess recently suffered a concussion and is recovering from that. And she is like the heartbeat of the Curtain team, right? So if you guys want to provide meals for her as well, you can click on these links and provide meals for the meal train.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. That's wonderful. So Roswell Cares, we are, that you can donate to Roswell Cares at your closings. What we are aiming for this year is 100% participation, $24 from each closing. So 24 in 2024. So if you guys can just keep that in mind, that would be wonderful.
Marinelli, can I?
Please.
Sorry.
Come on.
You guys want to explain, some new people
Oh,
might not know
hearts.
what Roswell Cares is or
Yeah,
what
the
they do.
heart. Yes.
So Keller Williams has KW Cares, which you all know, and if we have some sort of a major tragedy and you need a grant from KW Cares, there's up to $25,000 per person. The first question they ask when we call or submit something on your behalf is, what has your market center done to help with the cost of this person? So they established Roswell Cares, Roswell Cares, and you can donate to that. And we'd like for you to do $24 out of every paycheck since it's 2024.
Yes.
So, and then you will get your name on a little heart, which we're gonna hang up in the kitchen and the hall area with your name on it, that you have signed up. Marinelli, go ahead, is passing out.
Yeah, so here's the sign up sheet for you to commit to the $24. And if we run out of room, I've got extras, so
Yep. So we appreciate y'all, and it would be a huge help if we could get that $24 from everybody. Right now, there are only 63 people signed up out of an office of 400, so we're hoping that y'all will sign your sheet today and then take it out of your closing. Yes. Oh.
For the newer agents, this is huge. Not all franchises, because we're all individually owned and operated, correct? have this fund. Fortunately and unfortunately, I have been a recipient of them and I needed it. And I was in a situation several years ago where I needed this and Roswell Cares helped me in that situation. You never know when you'll be in that situation. And this is something that we do as an office. And it helps out huge, you guys. It helps out huge and it helps the person understand that this is a family. We're a family. So I really I don't know, strongly urge you to $24. That's going to drive-throughs now. $24.
Yeah. That's the one course need to teach y'all win and success through others results through people. So if we all do $24 for every closing, we'll have this all taken care of. Yes, ma'am, Robin.
And also for the newer agents, when you're in command and it talks about your donations, that's
Thank you.
not this.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so
Correct.
if you think you're doing it automatically in command, that is totally separate. So you can do that as well. Obviously, as much as you can donate, I think is, a good thing when you can. But this, to me, is even more important. It's taking care of
It's
our own
local.
here.
It's
local.
local. It's
our
office,
office.
yeah.
And it's helped me when my mom passed away, and it's knowing you got that other family behind you that's got your back when you need it.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Nicole.
So like when
I have the heart.
Yeah.
So like when you're on the floor for deductions, when you do your commission, like there's a spot for KW Care, so you would have to do your own deduction, a separate one for Roswell, for KW Roswell first, so just.
Well, in this case, because you signed up for it.
Lee, you will automatically take it out.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
when
put
you
in
sign up.
your FMLS deduction and Lee will take care of the KWR.
Correct.
Exactly.
You can add it in as well.
You can add it in. Yeah.
But since you signed it legally.
And since Fabiola does the perfect paperwork. every time. Yeah, we would do it.
Never gonna live that one.
Oh, yeah.
And did you say that we're gonna hang that?
Yes, we're gonna hang these in a hallway so that y'all can see your name that you've given to KW Roswell. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the hard work on that. All right, we're gonna have Miss Alicia Lawton. For those of you who do not know Alicia is our growth consultant currently, and she is also in production. She is phenomenal, and she's going to share a little bit about how she uses the daily stats that you guys receive in your emails every day.
Every day.
Every day.
And it's won me a couple of listings. So I know we get tired of seeing the stats that come up all the time. Can you put them up for me? And so what I have done is I tried to figure out how can I engage my clients and actually get them to realize what this is about. And I think Markia, she had actually did it through her Facebook page, but I send this out in a Canva document. So I break it down and I send it out in a Canva document. And what I normally will do, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the numbers. I have 5 minutes, so I'm going to be very quick. When I look at the listings, I always want to check to make sure if I'm sending it to a seller, then I'm going to point out the new listings, months of supply, the median days on incomes and under contract. And then I send out a text saying, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, just wanted to keep you abreast of what's going on, because sometimes we will have those sellers that will sit on the fence, right? And they won't move quickly. So I normally will send them out this and I'll say, hey, have you noticed how many listings are on the market? And do you see, look, we have 3.2 months of supply. However, there's only 25 days, so we need to get your home on the market as quickly as possible. And then I actually got a reply back saying, huh, that's interesting. What about the other numbers? So I said, well, it's funny. Let's sit down and have a conversation. So it has helped me win a listing or two. Not many, but I do get a response back from my current buyers and sellers that are in my pool. So I wanted to just have you guys utilize this a little bit better. When I'm dealing with buyers, because buyers sit on the fence consistently, they're waiting. They don't want to make a decision. We have had buyers sometimes that will continuously say, well, I want to see another house, because everybody thinks the market is just gonna tank. That's not the case, and we'll talk about that a little further. So I always point out price reductions, back on the markets, and then interest rates, because that is a big thing. as well as coming soon, so that I can entice my buyers to move a little quicker. And I have a text message for both of those. So if you are interested, just see me after, because we're short on time. Now, as an agent, because I prospect daily, that is our job, to make money. We can't make money if we don't prospect. If you don't know how to prospect, I'm sure we'll have a class on that soon enough. But the gist is that you have to make money in this business, right? So I always look at this, and what I see is I'm always looking at what's been withdrawn from the market, total active, so I'll know where I have to go. And then I also look at those properties that have came back on the market or taken a price reduction. Why am I looking at these things? One, I want to see what's been drawn based on what's active. So that way I know me as a caller, I have a better opportunity of at least getting a listing or two when I'm prospecting. So that's helpful to me. The other thing that I always want to point out is either back on the market or price reductions, so that when I'm talking to my buyers or sellers, I'm telling them, hey, look at the market. If we don't price your house right, there's going to be an issue. And you're going to fit into one of these categories. So Mr. and Mrs. Seller, let's think about this and let's price the house correctly. Any questions? Wow. Don't me. We talk fast in Boston.
Eating a bit. You really, you said a listener too. That's $13,500 to $27,000.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't skirt over that.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I want to also point out, how many of you are familiar with, now, I love real estate, like I eat, sleep, breathe it. But there are some websites that I want to make sure the newer agents are familiar with. KCM. Is everybody familiar with KCM? Keeping Current Matters? Okay.
Actually, tell some people say no.
KCM is a website that utilizes a lot of statistical data based on the experts in the market. They have a Facebook. No, they have a Facebook they have like it's a Facebook group, but they also have a Facebook snippet that's on every Monday at 12 o'clock. It is the best piece of information that you probably will be able to get. So you can go onto Facebook. It's very easy to get onto their page and then watch that. It's about a half an hour, but they tell you what's going on in the market globally. And then Inman, I think everybody should be subscribed to that if you can. It's a little expensive, but Inman talks a lot about what's going on in the entire world around real estate, especially when we're dealing with these lawsuits that have come up. I've got a lot of information about that. Your goal is to be the expert in the field of real estate. You can't be the expert if you're not familiar with what's going on in the market, right? Because you don't want your sellers telling you and you don't know. You have to be authoritative so that they can understand that you know what you're talking about. The other one is Active Rain. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. That is a wonderful site as well. It's mostly brokers or agents having conversations, but it gives you thought and food for thought, and it's another site to go on as well. HomeBot, we talked about Active Rain.
Rain is spelled.
RAINE, rain, like pour down rain.
Active or act?
Active. Active Rain. Active Rain. That's what it goes every weekend. And then Real Estate News. Real Estate News is the other one that you want to talk about. HomeBot, you guys already are familiar with.
Keep going, y'all.
She said 5 minutes, so I'm trying to rush through.
Sorry.
Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is I pulled up an article from Keeping Current Matters. And this one I hope inspires you because it says that the market is going to be great. It says there are 5.5 million total home sales and approximately 5% of appreciation. So when people are saying that the market is going down, it's not. The home prices are going up. So for your sellers, you don't want them sitting on the fence too long. You want to have a conversation with them because they built up so much equity holding on to this 4.2% interest rate or less. And so what this is going to do is now it's saying, you can say to your sellers, hey, the interest rates are not gonna, they're gonna fluctuate. They did say the interest rates are volatile. And again, all this information is in the Inman report. The information says that the interest rates are volatile. However, with your sellers, because they have this amount of equity built up, you can utilize some of this information to get them off the fence. Why? For example, you have a couple that purchased a house when the interest rates were 4. Now they have a baby or 2. They're not going to stay in that house even if it's at 4%, right? It's gonna be too small. Your job is just to find those individuals that are motivated enough to move, and they're out there. The last thing that I wanted to say. Are we on time? Okay.
You're fine, honey, breathe. Take a breath, I'll stop for a minute, take a breath, so we don't pass out.
Okay, so the other thing that it says, pricing houses appropriately so that you can catch the eyes of serious buyers is important, especially with the mortgage rate environment. And it does say that home prices are going to continue to rise from now until 2028. So you'll just know that the market is going to do really well, and this is based on the experts that are in the field.
Alicia, you said active rate, real estate, what?
Real estate news.
Real estate news. And so this is just a chart that I got from KCM, which talks about the home price and the appreciation. They did specify that Realtor.com, see how it has a negative? That was based on December, because all of these other sources did theirs as of January 1st. They haven't done theirs yet, so they're anticipating when it comes out again, this number should be a positive.
And FMLS just came out with a notification that year over year, December over December, that we're up over 7% in the Atlanta market.
They're doing great. It is one more thing. And this is the other time, this one talks about homes, how many times it's been done, how long we've been on the market. So this just says that the days on the market is going down. And as you can see, we had a unicorn year that they pointed out there. So, now, this just tells us that based on these individuals, we are looking at a very strong housing market. So get out there and make those sales.
And you can get a copy of that, that should be a clickable link. where you
Yeah,
can
I think
get
that's the last one. Is there another one? Yeah.
That was
Okay.
amazing.
Great. Oh, this one, I love this. This one right here is one of my favorites, because most agents know what's happening. Good agents understand what's happening. Great agents like yourself can explain what's happening. So you gotta make sure you know how to explain it. It's all available. We are still actually in the last thing I wanted to talk about was the SHIP book. If you don't have this book, please get it. It is the most resourceful book next to the MREA book that you could possibly have. We are in a shift market. Why are we in a shift market? Who knows why we're in a shift market? No, the book will tell you, it says there's scarcity of supply. So we don't have enough homes on the market. And this book gives you a wealth of resources, so please utilize it as much as you can, because it's very helpful. I still read it every day. You see, I got it all marked up, okay? Thank you for my time.
Great job, Alicia.
A lot of information in a short period of time. I absolutely love it. You are amazing. Thank you. Wow, that was great. All right, we talked a little bit about open houses last week. We are going to delve a little bit more into open houses. I know a lot of you have been in this business for a very, 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 very long time, but when I was going over this to try to get this ready for you guys today, I learned some things. So for the new agents, this should give you a little bit of a guide on how to do the perfect open house. For those of us who have been doing it for a while, maybe this will refresh your memory. I used to do open houses a lot. I stopped doing them because they worked so well that I was able to build my database and get a lot of referrals. I never should have stopped, because this is kind of what keeps your business moving ahead. So if you stop doing open houses, it's not a great thing for your business. So we're going to start right here, grow your business. This is the open house business model. This is in our playbook. Looks like this. This is on command, okay? So these are the things that we're gonna go over today. Picking the right house, creating marketing materials, market the open house, get ready to host, and the follow-ups. Oh, I love that. I don't know why that's in there, but hey, we're gonna go with that. Open minds lead to open doors.
We only had 57, 68, and 298 went up there.
Okay,
But I can pull up.
Nope, we're doing it right here. First thing, pick the right house, okay? There are not a lot of open houses out there right now, so I'm gonna say get an open house, okay? If you can get an open house, that might be the open house for you, because it might be the only one available. But when there is a plethora of open houses, what are the ones that are right for you? If you don't have your own listing, reach out to someone in this market center about hosting an open house. In the playbook, it says, which properties do we want to hold open? New to market homes. Yes, obviously, they're gonna get a lot of traffic. That's gonna be more people that you can put into your database, all right? Low inventory neighborhoods. This is the thing that I learned, okay? FMLS will tell you how many homes are in a neighborhood. Those low inventory neighborhoods have people driving around because they want to be in that neighborhood, and there are not a lot of homes for sale because maybe it's not a huge neighborhood. So if you can get a home in a low inventory neighborhood, yes, all the way. Mid-range priced homes. We've had a couple of listings in the 400s as of late. They have sold in hours. They are gone. A 400 home in this area is an anomaly. If you can get it, hold it open, you're gonna have 1 million people through your doors. Create marketing materials, right? Don't worry about it, I got it right here. Create marketing materials. This is why we had Tammy Mills up here speaking to you. We had a variety of different people who came up here and who offered you, we're gonna make flyers for you. We're gonna help you with this. Utilize those people. Utilize the people. They are there for you. They are providing you something at no cost to you. Holding an open house does not have to be expensive. So on the flyer, photo of the home, key details about the home, your contact information, your lender, whoever your partner is, and then a call to action. I have not been putting call to actions on the flyers that I have created. So your call to action, ask me about below market financing. Get the value of your current home. Contact me if you want an estimate of what your home is worth. Those are your calls to actions. Registration sheets. You can do it digitally. You can do it on a piece of paper. When Tammy was standing up here, I happened to see in the marketing material that she was providing, ooh, look, there was an open house sign up sheet. Oh, that's pretty incredible. There is a way to do it through command. Sam can help you with this. I will try to help you with this. But it's a digital landing page. You can build a custom digital landing page in command. And when they sign in, the contacts are automatically added to your database. Wow. Yes, sir,
Can I
please.
explain just how easy that is?
Would you please explain how easy it is?
So
Because
if you
everybody.
go to your website, or go to your version of the website, so like mine is samjackson.kw.com, you search for the listing, and up at the top, you'll have like a unique URL. All you have to do is type in /openhouse at the end of that URL, and it will automatically turn it into a landing page that when someone fills it out, it will automatically come inside of your command. Could not be any easier.
Wow, that is.
Yeah, that sounded simple.
Sam helped me put one together during COVID for an open house, and then we took that URL and made it into a
QR code.
the QR code.
Yeah.
And so we taped it up like on the front door, and it was like COVID friendly sign in, because no one really touching the pens, and they just scan it from their phone, type in their name, number, and then went straight into command, and then they had all the information on the house.
So the new version gives you the QR code system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all, I mean, these are things I'm reading through this and I was like, well, this is pretty darn exciting. So what happened once yes, ma'am, please.
Do you have a video on that?
I could make one real quick.
We would love
Maybe
one.
if Sam has time after the team meeting and he wants to
Can you do
show it
that,
on the
please?
screen.
'Cause I could have used it this last week.
Yeah.
I got you.
Thank you.
Hang on, I'll do it.
Sam will never come to one of our team meetings again. All right, I just. Y'all say goodbye to Sam. This is the last time we're gonna see Sam, okay? You've been great.
Next week, you're gonna
But once again, people, these are things that are available to you that I bet not 25% of us are using a digital landing page for our open house. I mean, I think that would be stretching to say 25%. So here it is. Let's use it. And here's the man that can help you with it. So And once the people get into command, what are we gonna do with them? We're gonna put them on a drip campaign or smart plan. They're there. Let's utilize them. Oh, and the last person who spoke, who was talking about, oh, it was you. It was you. When Alicia was talking about, they're gonna need to move because they just had a baby. They're gonna need a bigger house. How do we know these things? We're keeping up with our database, okay? When you're talking to your database, when you're making your phone calls, when you're sending a text, when it's like, hey, what's new with you? You know, oh, they had a baby. Okay, that's great. That just told you, yeah, they're probably gonna need to move. So all this adds into keeping up with your database. Scorecards. This is interesting. We did this at the company I was with before, and it worked very, very well because it's something tangible that you can give to the seller. You know, what do people think? Well, you're all the scorecards, and you know, if it's bad news, you just sort of slide them across the table. But it's a form. You can leave it in there. What do you think about the price? Too low, too high, just right? Rate the location, rate the curb appeal. What were your favorite features? They can fill it out if they want to. They don't have to put their names on it. Even though we're trying to collect their names, we're probably gonna get it another way. But this is a wonderful thing to use. Market the open house. This is the most important thing. The key to a successful open house is generating as much traffic as possible. Thank you. Invite your database. Invite every single person in your database. I do not care where they live. What is this telling them? This is telling them you are active. You've got stuff going on. You know, things are happening for you. You are an agent that is out there getting it, okay? So invite your entire database. Does not matter where they live. Invite the neighbors. And I know that y'all are probably already doing this, but hold an open house sneak peek from 1 to 2, and then hold your regular open house from 2 to 4. Let the nosy neighbors come in, let them look around, talk to them. Yeah, these are leads walking in your door. Yes, they're nosy about the neighbor's house, but they also want to know, well, how much is it? How much is my house worth? You know, maybe I could, you know, list and move to something bigger. Yeah.
And they're also looking to see how you conduct that open house, and are you competent enough to?
It's an interview. It's a job interview. You're doing a job interview for the entire neighborhood. You get to show off all the things that you can do and the way that you do them that set you apart and make you better than any other agent out there. So you might want to door knock and circle prospect. Does anybody know what circle prospecting is? Okay, it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but super
prospecting for a reason.
Super high tech. You pinpoint the house where you're holding the open house, and you draw a small, and I do mean small, circle around the house, okay? You don't want to go more than maybe 30 houses. 20, 30 houses is great. 50 is stretching it a little bit. Don't give yourself too much work. Okay, 20 or 30 houses right around the house. Those are the people that we need to invite. Door knocking, those are the people we need to invite. Putting the door hangers out there. We have door hangers that are available to you to use for open houses. Let's utilize them. We do. Cool. We do.
No, we had the guy. I didn't know we had door hangers.
Okay, there's one thing I don't know.
Just one, y'all. Robin knows everything except for this one. We have door hangers, okay? I saw them the other day in the hidden closet, the one that you gotta go in with the key. They're in there. So we'll get you some.
I knew we had the guides, but I didn't know we had door hangers either.
Yeah, there's some door hangers in there.
She didn't know either.
Well, Nicole didn't know that it's my fault, because we have door hangers. Everybody wants to use a door hanger. Anybody else have a door hanger issue they would like to discuss?
I'm not gonna have any.
Are we good?
Today. Endeavor's make them before too.
I love that. Diane endeavors, if you want to make a personalized, customized door hanger for your open house.
Or if you don't feel like door knocking, not steal your thunder.
Oh, I love this.
So we'll mail to the whole neighborhood, and the nice thing about us is we'll get it out quickly enough that they actually get it before you're.
Even better, even better, giving you the resources. Post to social media. One of the things about social media, it can be a very effective touch to your database. The way to make it an effective touch is if you are filming a video, look at the camera, act like you are talking to one person. Don't get in there and say, hello, Facebook land, you know, I want to let you know that I've got this great. Hey, wanted to let you guys know that I was holding an open house. Here's the address, blah, blah, blah. Try to make it seem like it's more geared just to them, and then they feel like it's a little bit more personal. If you get really good at it, then it counts as one of the 36 touches, okay? Use your social media. You want to post the day and time, the address. key details of the home, and once again, a call to action. A call to action. What is your call to action on a social media post about an open house? Click to get a sneak peek. That's your call to action. So you want to include that in the post. If you've got a link to that property address, you want to put it in there. Let them click on it. Let them see, you know, what they can anticipate looking at. Get ready to host. Set out signs. There is a guy in the Tom Ferry organization who puts out no less than 50 signs for every single open house. He is incredibly successful, incredibly successful. In our playbook, it says 20 to 40 signs. That's a lot of signs. That's a lot of money. It's worth it. Build up, don't run out and buy, 40 signs, because then, we're gonna have to be calling Roswell Cares to come help you with something because you spent all your money on open house signs. So we are not going to do that. Yes, ma'am.
Quickly, with family reunion happening next week, a lot of the sign companies are gonna have some specials.
Yes.
So,
Thank
you'll
you,
probably
Susan.
see them in your emails, even if you're not going to family reunion. But those of us going, will be happy to bring coupons back.
That is, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yes, ma'am.
Another point, just make sure that they're compliant with
A-
our offer.
Absolutely.
Because these are national vendors, so make sure they know what requirements are for this.
Absolutely. And there were a lot of interesting tips on here, which we already know these. Put signs at all directional stops. When I do an open house, I get at the open house and then I start driving and figuring out how I can get out of the subdivision. Every way that I can get out of the subdivision, that's where I'm gonna put my directional signs.
I'm mapping on the list.
That's too easy. I'm old, okay? We drive. Okay, if you want to be more modern and techie, do what Nicole said. And
I would also just, depending on the subdivision, check to see what the HOA rules are,
Yes.
so I've been fined before, so just be forewarned.
You've been fined for doing it the day of or doing it several days
Day of,
before?
so I didn't use their.
Okay, I just wanna make sure.
So like, just, even though it's like a really tiny fine, but oh no, it never happens.
it happens. Of course, it absolutely happens. In some counties I see you about, there's some counties are more, they will crack down harder. Some HOAs just wait for the weekend. They've got that one person that walks out and checks the blades of grass and all the stuff. He's the guy that's driving around pulling up your signs. So this suggests that you put them out like the night before. I'm more of a get up really early in the morning person and put them out because there's less chance that your signs are gonna get taken up if they're not sitting out all night. So get up early, go out, put the signs up, make sure you pick them up when the open house is over. Make sure you pick them up. Yes, ma'am, Donna.
No, I was just gonna, tag on to what,
Please.
Bill was saying, because each jurisdiction is different. I got fined for using a feather sign here in Roswell on a roundabout.
That was creative.
I don't think you can use it.
I saw that feather sign too.
You see them carting Donna off in her orange outfit going to real estate jail.
Is there like social distancing?
Dude, I'm not getting into that because I have no idea. And I'm not coming to bail you guys out of real estate jail, okay? You put up your feather signs everywhere, so. But you should.
Feather signs of a house and.
I personally, feather signs, they don't cost a ton, but they do cost a little bit of money. And if you're gonna invest in one, I would probably put it right outside the house that you're holding open, so.
Yeah.
But that open house sounds, once again, little controversial. Everybody does it a different way, but I don't think you can put too many out. I just don't think you can put too many out, so. And balloons, I know it's a hassle and I used to hate that. You get out there in your heels and your stuff, trying to step down the sign, putting the balloons up, people are honking at you, you're like. Do whatever works for you and whatever's easiest for you. Don't do something that you hate doing because then every open house you're gonna be like. Arrive early. Hopefully we all know this, right? We all know to be, if you're on time, you're late.
You can't run
So-
10 minutes late.
Okay.
Oh, come on. If there's a line of people, we can make.
You
our
can.
drive.
Don't be like Jan. Be early, okay, everybody? Do not arrive late. Do not arrive late. Here's a great tip. Video yourself at the open house, okay? Video yourself at the open house. Why? Yes, and load it up on social media. Why is this important? Once again, it's just like sending that open house to everybody in your database, no matter where they live. Let them know, I'm working, I'm out here, I'm doing the thing, I've got an open house, you know, let them see you as a real estate in action. Let them start thinking about you as a real estate agent. What's your call to action on this one? Come see me. Come see me. So the call to action thing was I knew I needed to do it, but once I read the playbook, it's in every single step of the playbook in some form or fashion, a call to action. Host. Yep, it's actually in here. Host the open house. That is your next step. Be friendly, be kind, let people talk to you. I have one agent who is scared of talking to people, and that's the truth. So when it gets too crowded, it gets overwhelming, he steps back, you know, he takes a breath, he lets people walk around till he feels like he's ready to engage again. Do what works best for you when you are hosting that open house. I am big on follow up with the seller. Let them know how the open house is. You also want to follow up with the people whose names you collected. The money is in the follow-up. We all know that. The money is in the follow-up. You're not holding the open house because you think somebody's gonna walk in and you're gonna sell that open house. You are holding the house open to get the names of people who might want to list their house or who might want to be a buyer on that house. So if attendees were not automatically added to your database because you did not do it through command, add them and make notes on which open house they attended. Make your notes so when you reach out to them, you can say, hey, it was great meeting you Sunday at 123 Banana Street. Contact everyone that attended the open house as soon as possible. This is true on everything. Be the first to respond. Fast response is always the best. The following Monday, call the same people you called when you were circle prospecting the neighborhood before the open house to provide feedback, offer a market analysis, and ask for a referral. So we're gonna hit the people, the circle prospecting and the neighborhood. We're gonna hit them once, tell them that we're doing an open house, and then we're gonna hit them again, telling them that we did the open house and tell them a little bit more about the neighborhood. Every person that you put in that's a lot to think about, right? It's like your brain, no, seriously, your brain starts going, it's like, wait a minute, I could do this, or I could do that. All those ideas are, yes, that's why we're doing this. Write it down and systematize it so you don't have to think about all of this again. So start making an open house system. When I hold an open house, I do this, you know, and you whip out your form and you're like, okay, the first thing that I need to do is this. Do not recreate the wheel every time you do this. You will wear yourself out and then you won't want to do it anymore.
And you know the best thing to do?
Tell me.
Is get a bag or a bucket that has all your open house supplies.
There it is.
Scissors, ribbon, any of those things that, you know, a roll of paper towels, a roll of toilet
paper.
Yeah, always bring toilet paper.
Always bring toilet paper.
Always bring glass cleaner and a microfiber towel too.
Oh, yeah.
Crystal, was that you?
Yes, it was. Always bring your glass cleaner and microfiber towel too.
What are we putting in?
To clean anything, to what? No, I thought she said microfiber cow, y'all. I was like, what in the absolute heck?
Towel, honey, towel.
Did y'all see American Beauty? Did it-
Also a small little 6 foot or 3 foot portable table and a chair.
If it's vacant, but if y'all saw did anybody watch American Beauty, like back in the day? No, it was great. It was a great movie. Do you remember when she had an open house and she was all dressed up and she had to walk in, she took off all her clothes and she started cleaning the toilet and she was cleaning the toilet. And then it was time for the open house and she runs back in and she puts on all and she's ready. She's ready. So we always want to be ready like that for the open house, which is exactly what Dan just told us. There is in the playbook this is great, conversations for door knocking and circle prospecting. If you don't know what to say, they are telling you what to say. Let's utilize the playbooks. And I think that is it. That is it. Does anybody have anything that they would like to say before we end?
Make sure you syndicate it via MLS and then it goes to all the actual portals.
Did y'all know that? You can list, if you, on FMLS, you can mark that your house will be held open, and when it will be held open, and then when people pull up homes looking for open houses, your house will be in there, so yes, add that to your list. MLS does.
And they each send out to different things, so make sure you do both.
Right.
Don't just plan on FMLS, because sometimes it doesn't populate to Zillow, sometimes it does. Same thing with Georgia MLS.
Yeah.
And one of them, and I always get confused, MLS populates to Zillow and FMLS populates to Realtor.com or vice versa. So yes, if you want people to come to your open house, you do want to post it in both. So
Hey, Julie, can I share?
yes, please.
Okay, great. The power of open houses has already been touched upon here. Definitely door knock ahead of time. My open house this past Sunday, I went out on Friday and put up my open house signs, and I hit the majority of the neighborhood. I ended up getting on that day, on Friday, I ended up getting a seller list, 2 seller listings and 1 buyer lead. And then the day of the open house after, the neighbor I didn't have the opportunity to talk to, I went and talked to the neighbor and they said, yeah, you're selling everything in this neighborhood and we want to sell and move back to Brookhaven. So from this one open house and getting out there, knocking on the doors, talking to the people, I got 3 listing leads and a buyer lead. So
That
it's huge.
is
So it's huge.
incredible. And their perception is, because they can't seem to get away from you, is that you are everywhere, right?
Right. Because I sold the house to the left of them. I sold the house to the left of them and I have the house to the right of them listed. But it just goes to show, knock on these doors, because that person, I've never talked to them in all these years. But after the open house, they were getting out of their car and I walked right into their garage. And I'm glad I did, because he's like, yeah, we're moving to Brookhaven. Our kids are about to go to school and we don't want them to go to school here.
Thank you for that. That is, good job.
Thank you.
But that's perception. You know, they're seeing you on Facebook. They're getting your database thing. That's perception.
Get listings.
Absolutely. All right, it is before 12:30. Donna, don't take us over.
No, I just wanted to mention we're having a growth committee, a really quick growth committee meeting after team meeting, in the big conference room up front. From like health.
Who gets invited to that meeting?
Anybody who wants to help with increasing agent count, with learning about K-score, to, bring newly licensed agents to the office, just, helping our market center.
So people that would like to be on could they join the growth committee?
Absolutely. You would join. Please come and share some ideas and then let's see what we can do.
I love that. Yes, ma'am.
Somebody has a birthday today.
Who could
Somebody
I?
has a birthday. Somebody has a birthday.
Yeah. I'm just walking out here.
Happy birthday.
Okay, Alicia is in our envelope. Just keep it on. Yeah, all the things. For those of us who are not, it's Alicia. Happy birthday to Joy Flip, which is great. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joy Flip. Happy birthday to you. That's all I'm gonna say. So it's still before 12:30. Thank everybody for being here today. I would love comments and suggestions on the team meetings. What can we do better? What do you not need to hear? All those things. So that is it. Everybody have a productive day. Go out there and get your hearts.
Get your heart.
Okay.